So Michael Smith, the number 3 seed, a European Tour winner this year, against Johnny Clayton, one of the men in the hunt for Hasselt. And first up alongside me, Rob Malarkey, it's 60. Good afternoon, Dan Dawson.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Lokhalle here in Göttingen. And 8 games this afternoon will set up our final session of Euro Tour darts of 2017 and are the world number 1 and world number 2 on an inexorable collision course to meet in the final and have that one deciding match that will determine who has had the best European Tour campaign this season. 5 victories each this year as Johnny Clayton puts in the first maximum.
140.
140 in response from Michael Smith, in danger on his own throw. Michael Smith, the only player other than the top 2 in the world to have won a Euro Tour event this year.
123.
Clayton just skewing into the treble 1.
But still in the hunt for a very early break of throw here.
81.
He's
Johnny
down to,
well,
potentially 2 darts away from the first leg. Let's see what happens. That's what's happened. Treble 19 would have left tops, but it's not to be.
38. Michael Ricard, 120.
Treble 20 to start. No.
59.
And Johnny Clayton
60.
on a 9-match unbeaten run, having won in Barnsley on Wednesday to claim his first PDC title.
20.
Misses very high with his first 2 darts at double. That's closer for Michael Smith, but not close enough, as this 3,500 strong crowd gives our first rendition of Stand Up If You Love the Darts. And Johnny Clayton takes out double 10 for a 1-0 lead.
A 17-dart break for Johnny Clayton up against one of the 8 European Tour champions on stage today, Michael Smith.
100.
Champion this year, 4 titles to his name on the European Tour circuit. And he's one of 8 players to have had success on the European Tour stage to feature today as well. It's an illustrious field. Half of the field, half of the players left standing have done it all before.
140.
And one of those victories was the International Darts Open back in 2015.
86.
Michael Smith beat Johnny Clayton 6-4 in the second round of that tournament. He has won this one a couple of times. Not when it's been held here. This is a brand new venue
83.
for the European Tour Göttingen.
My favourite as well now, I've decided.
It's a good one. Crowd have been fantastic. Venue's good.
56.
Göttingen itself, a very pleasant city. And Michael Smith has made a habit of winning these Euro
100.
Tours. Only Snakebite and Mighty Mike have won more than he has. He's got the same number as Phil the Power Taylor. He is not playing in a manner which suggests he's going to make it 5 Euro Tour titles for his career.
81.
Not at the moment, anyway. Early
78.
stages of this one. Clayton, treble 18 for double 12. 20 for tops again.
38.
Not managed to hit tops. He's had a number of darts at it.
99. Johnny Uruguay 40.
So Clayton here to back up that early break. Once again looking at double 10, and now he's looking at double 5 for a 2-0 lead. And it's not too convincing, is it? Chance here for Smith to respond, and he does. Breaks back straight away, Michael Smith on the scoreboard.
Well, Johnny Clayton, prior to this weekend, had only ever beaten a seeded player once before on the European Tour. He was absolutely stupendous at qualifying for them and getting through the first round. As Michael Smith fires in his first max. Can Clayton hit back with one? He can't. Yeah, he managed to beat Jelle Klaassen in Sindelfingen last year, made it through to the last 16. That's the only time he's made it to the final day of a Euro Tour hangabout. Where's he gone?
135.
Well, he's not fired in 3 big trebles, 5 perfect darts for Michael Smith, but only 5.
95.
Well, Clayton showed a significant Step up in class between his first match here and his second. He averaged only 77.4 against the German qualifier
85.
Manfred Bildel in his opener. He put in an average of 91.7 against Gerwin Price yesterday.
99.
And he was 6 from 10 on his doubles in that one against his fellow Welshman. 6 from 26 in his opener against Bildel.
61.
And the problems on the doubles seem to have materialised once again here for Johnny Clayton. Smith is down to a finish. Clayton still with work to do.
100. Michael require 40.
And so far he is 1 from 8 on his doubles. Michael Smith looking at double 10.
Team shot on the third leg.
And Michael Smith
Michael
wins
Smith,
2 legs on the spin
already
to
the first.
get his nose in
Game
front.
on.
Clayton claiming his maiden PDC title
60.
in Players' Championship 22, beating James Wilson 6-1 with a superb display of finishing in the final. We're talking about Clayton's finishing. If he could replicate that finishing here, he could well give Michael Smith a fair few problems. But he beats, among others, the 9-time TV finalists Terry Jenkins and Rob
100.
Cross, which was the standout performance en route to the final.
Yeah, needed a deciding leg to overcome Rob Cross. I understand he did survive a couple of match darts, but you get a bit of luck, you've then got to capitalise upon it, and Johnny Clayton certainly did that.
100.
As the day went on Wednesday, we had nobody inside the top 32 in the semi-finals. It was an astonishing
95.
day of darts.
15th different winner as well.
Yes, it is, from 22 different events.
Plenty of diversity on the Pro Tour this year.
Not so much on the Euro Tour this year. 5 wins for Snakebite, 5 wins for Mighty Mike, and just the one for that man there, Michael Smith.
Johnny require 101.
Double 16.
69.
1 from 9.
This hurts. He shakes his head
125. Johnny require
because he
32.
thinks the leg might be gone. But with the way that Dublin's been going for Johnny Clayton, I wouldn't rule out returning to the board. However, Clayton does level this on double 8.
Game on.
Yeah, Clayton so far looks like a man who needs 3 or 4 doubles to hit one, or 3 or 4 opportunities to hit one double, and sooner or later he may well get found out if he doesn't find some improvement in his finishing.
60.
More like it. Much more like it.
100.
And that win the other day for Johnny Clayton lifted him up to 26th on the Pro Tour Order of Merit. He's now 42 in the world.
71.
Not bad for a player who only moved over to the full-time circuit in 2015 after winning his tour club. Only in his 3rd year. Double 10.
Being shot on the 5th leg, Michael Smith.
Fantastic leg of darts from Michael Smith, 11 darter. 180, 171 and 50 taken out in 2 darts, treble 10, double 10. Not bad, bully boy.
100.
As he kicked in, can he follow it up in this leg? And brings his 8 perfect darts sequence to a shuddering halt.
46.
One of the players, and one of the many players we can bracket into this nappy factor debate about players in good form who've recently made additions to their family.
60.
I think 5 of the top 16 in the world or something have had kids lately.
Yeah. A whole load of them recently got engaged as well, Michael Smith. Remotely. Basically, messages now fiancé Dagmar as he makes that yet another 180, a 3rd for the bully boy. Just said there's something on top of the wardrobe for you. Lovely little heart saying marry me. It's nice, isn't it? She had to get a step ladder out to go and fetch it though. She couldn't reach it. Hadn't really thought that one through.
No. Just reached up with a hand and there were a pile of cobwebs up there.
99, Johnny Rukar, 118.
Only going to get one dart at the double, but that's only if he'd found the treble.
42.
And that means that Michael Smith can steal this away. Is it the 19s he looks at? It is. He doesn't get the treble either.
41. Johnny Rukar,
Exasperated
76.
Michael Smith there with that final dart as well. 76 for Clayton, but not convincing so far. However,
36.
the opportunity
Michael
passes him by
Rukar,
once again.
75.
Once again, we see Johnny Clayton giving himself one dart at tops and not able to take it. Double-double. You know it's double-double. You know it's double-double. A brace of double 18s for Michael Smith opens up a two-leg advantage for the first time in this match.
Well, he's hit one or two roadblocks here, Michael Smith, but by and large, he is looking very, very good indeed. There's another 180 for Bully Boy as well. The finishing is much better than that of Clayton's as well, and I think there's just a bit of a difference here between these two. Clayton simply hasn't got going. Had that early break, but since then, he has struggled.
57.
Well, it's not been... There have been little flashes from Michael Smith where it looks like he's about to start moving through the gears and then he stalls again, but it has been too much for Johnny Clayton so far. He's averaging around about the 97 mark, Michael Smith. It's solid without being spectacular. In fact, it's just dipped to just below 96, and that'll drag it down a little further.
But he only averaged 96, I say only, it was a 96 average yesterday that saw him through against Watermaina.
40.
But there was some good finishing yesterday from Michael Smith, and we've seen flashes of that today as well.
Yeah, well,
40.
significantly better than the Ferrets. And he turned things around here with another one of those and a double 8. No, he can't.
100.
Treble 8 for double top, I would think, is the route. And 64 is taken out for a 15-dart leg, and Michael Smith is on the verge of a spot in the quarterfinals and a 4th win out of 4 games against the Ferret Johnny Clayton in their professional careers.
100.
Chris Quantock and Chris Dobie looking on. Chris Dobie, part of the same management stable as Michael
45.
Smith, along with the 2-time world champion Gary Anderson.
Yeah, Chris Quantock, one of the players to dip out of the top 32 in the European Order of Merit. Assuming Smith does win this, by the way, Clayton would be left on £11,000 on the Euro rankings. That would be more, well, it would put him level with James Wilson and Darren Webster, but it would put him in between the two on the countback.
And he'd be vulnerable to a run from Keegan Brown and Andy Bolton, wouldn't he? I mean, Andy Bolton's got to go and make the final to get into Hasselt. Keegan Brown's looking at a semi-final spot. But he would be sweating a little bit, Johnny Clayton. It would be a big disappointment having just won his first PDC title to, within a matter of days, be knocked out of contention for one of the big tournaments of the year. The European Championship in Belgium.
140.
Yeah, if players are level, they count back the last 4 events. He'd actually be tied with Wilson, but you take it further back, 5 and 6, he would be ahead of
61.
the Yorkshireman.
Okay, 41 left, 9 for double 16, you would think. Yes.
29.
And again, Johnny Clayton cannot find the double at the end of a combination shot. And Michael Smith, it's an awkward one, this. Too awkward in the end.
23. Johnny Rukar, 32.
Smith didn't know whether to laugh or cry there. Double 8 here for Clayton, and, well, this is becoming a real concern. But he does find his way through in the end. 3 from 16 for Johnny Clayton. He has got a 3rd leg on the board, but Michael Smith throwing first here for a place in the quarterfinals and a meeting with either Keegan Brown, that man you just mentioned, or Rob Cross, who meet next.
And Keegan's been very impressive this weekend.
100.
Rob Cross has been very impressive all year. Fascinating tie. How long are we going to have to wait for it? Maybe not very long, because two treble visits from Michael Smith puts him just 1 visit away from setting up match darts. Yeah, strong leg of darts from Michael Smith. Another potential 11-dart leg here. Clayton needs 2 trebles just to get to a finish. There's one.
85.
Doesn't get another. It's Michael Smith to lose
96.
now. Treble 20, double 18 for a 6-3 victory and a 4th win over Johnny Clayton. He'll have 3
56.
darts at tops when he returns to the board.
Yeah, he's been
60.
far too
Michael
good for Johnny
Unicorn,
Clayton here.
40.
Not brutally emphatic from Smith by any stretch of the imagination, but it
Yeah,
will be
shot
job
in
done
the
for
mouth.
Michael Smith. He is
Michael
through
Smith.
to the quarterfinals of the European Darts Trophy.